Hello, Pink and Purple Lotus family. Welcome to my channel. Thank you all for subscribing, liking, and viewing my video. I appreciate you guys for all the support that you are bringing to me. You are so greatly appreciated. Well, I'm going to start this video off about my dark place that I had went to when my life changed of the demise that occurred in my life, which was the loss of my son on June 6, 2020. And I definitely went into a dark place, I must say. That's why it's so very, very, very important to protect your mental state, protect, you know, and do self love so you won't lose yourself. Because I'm a person, and in that dark place at that time, I was kind of losing parts of myself. So I don't want those things to occur. That's why I'm also doing this support group, um, channel to embrace so many amazing souls to come speak, tell your truth. You safe here. This is a safe place. No judgment on anything. So, and believe that. So I'm gonna start off with the process of what occurred going down that dark path that I was going down. Because this is all about me speaking my truth to give other people voices so that they can have the courage and, the abilities to speak and come and speak their truth. And I already got one invite that wants to come to my channel, do an interview, and want me to post her on my channel to tell her truth and her story. And then she also told another person, and now kind of getting around. So you guys keep doing the same thing, because just viewing my channel is so much love. Liking it is great love, and subscribing, you just super amazing. You on the support team. You with the Pink and Purple Lotus Enlightening family. So whenever you guys are ready to join, come on aboard and join this love and light train. Okay. So I'm going to start off with, as I said, the dark place. I was like, you guys just don't know. Like, I might get teary eyed. Excuse me for that. I'm just an emotional person. I'm a great empath. So I'm very empathetic with even things that I talk about. And if someone tell me something about them and it's very impeccable, I'll cry. So just excuse that. Those are tears of love. Okay. So I'm gonna start off with the job and stuff. I had to eventually, go on leave, of course, because I jumped right into it. So right after that funeral, I jumped right back into work, thinking I was going to take my mind off of what I was going through. But it became an internal mental situation. It was, that pain was so, my pain. I'm gonna just tell you, my pain was so, oh, bear with me. It was a lot. It was so much. And I'm going to describe it to you guys of how the pain I felt. This is the way I describe it. That someone took part of my heart, stabbed it, shot it, set acid on it, and then threw it in the garbage and set it on fire. Sorry to be so dramatic, but I just want y'all, that's how impeccable, that pain was to me, because I never felt that type of pain. That's the way I describe it. And I was like, I was trying to go to people again, like I told you before, trying to talk to people, like, and just, I just wanted, I didn't want nobody to tell me like when it's gonna stop or anything like that, because I didn't think for it to ever stop. I just needed somebody really to talk to. That's that's the honest truth. And I needed somebody who I know could relate to me who had been through it. So those are the people I was trying to reach out to, you know, but those were failed attempts. It happens, that's why I'm here to be that support for you all when you do feel that you trying to talk to someone and not that they got the answers, but just be empathetic, have sympathy for you, cry with you, understand, and hear you vent. You know, that's and to hear how you feeling inside, and also to describe what you going through. I just needed somebody to do that. So that's where the darkness started lying over because I didn't feel like I was getting that. Sorry to say, but you know, everybody go through their own path, like I said, and a great support system is amazing. So if you don't have it, you think you don't have it, you know, you got it right here at Pink and Purple Lotus Enlightening. This is where it's at. This is where your great support team is at. We becoming a family. So in my dark place, I realized that I started noticing that I started being vulnerable to so many people that I wouldn't be vulnerable to. But my vulnerability was so low that, I allowed people to use me and stuff, you know, and do me. It was like they knew I was vulnerable because a lot of people knew what I had went through, but that had no empathy on some of their parts. We just need to get what we need to get from you. So sometimes that's how it happened too. So I became a vulnerable person, as I said before. In my and I allowed that because I had nowhere else to turn and nowhere else to go. To be honest, I fell into unconsciously like drinking. This is the truth. This is the truth, channel. You know, there's no judgment here. I'm speaking mine to give you a voice so you one day can speak your truth. Because I'm not ashamed anymore you know, of how my dark place went and how I went down that road, and what occurred on that road. That was a bumpy road. I'm telling you. Believe me, that road is going you go through that's a bumpy, long road. Believe me. And that's what I'm trying to prevent. I don't want you guys to go down that road. But so I started drinking and then like because I was just trying to stop the pain. I thought maybe that would numb it because a lot of people they'll say that. Like, oh, they drink sometimes to feel like they numbing the pain. But that's not the solution. And I'm not trying to endorse go drink. That's not what I'm saying. Because that's not what I'm the message I'm trying to put out. I'm just telling you some of the things that occurred down that bumpy road. And that wasn't a crutch and that wasn't a good crutch. But I just was trying to stop that pain because it was too intense. Y'all heard the way I described it? Okay. Oh, that's a lot of pain. I had noticed that we had his repast and stuff, and we all had T-shirts. I never could put that T-shirt back on with his face. I know one day I'm gonna have to embrace that and do that, and that's gonna be one of my goals and steps to do. But right now, I'm still not ready. I'm still not ready to do that part. I started seeing a therapist, and she had induced it for like 3 times a week. So I'm seeing a therapist, I'm talking to her. Nothing of that matter it just wasn't working. It just wasn't working. And I just did not understand. I didn't get it. I did not get it. Like, why? Isn't that supposed to help? Isn't it supposed to be better? Isn't it? But she was a good therapist, don't get me wrong. And I really liked her also. But like I said, as I continue would say, like she ain't been through what I've been through. Like how could she? relate, you know? I want somebody to cry with me. I'm sitting up here crying all on her couch and, and on the phone and stuff and I didn't expect her to because she hadn't been through it and I don't want her to. I don't wish it on no one. That's a dark place. Um, so the pain was just so intense. And I had a supervisor for my job that had was calling me periodically and checking on me. And it was appreciative. I appreciate that. But this one particular day, which was like February 8th, 2021, that's when it all came crashing. All the other months, um, I'm sitting here and I'm just crying, 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 just crying. But in February 8th, 2021, like I said, she had called and she was just checking on me. Oh, how you doing? And I'm like, why are you calling me? There's nothing you could do for me. This is the one I'm talking to her. I know that wasn't right, but I was just in so much pain. I started like lashing out on people for no reason. And some people was understanding, and she was one that was understanding. Like, Sheriff, I understand, but I have somebody for you to talk to. So it was this like executive from the corporate team. She had like called, and she had told me her story. She had a story to tell that she could relate to me because she lost a son and she lost a child as well. That of course, I never knew. So we talked or whatever, and I was like, it hurt too bad. And she told me her story. She said she couldn't get out of bed for months. She said they had to literally like force her to eat. Her husband and some really good friends. They had to cook for her and bring her food. She had went down a really she had started her mental was affected. She said, and I was happy that she had shared that with me. But at that time, I was like, look, this hurt too bad, and I want the pain to stop because this pain is too intense. And I wasn't trying to be selfish with my other children. I wasn't not trying to be selfish by saying that I didn't want to be here no longer, you know, because I know that they needed me. But at that time, I'm just be honest, my other children was like invisible to me. And that's why I said I don't want to be sound selfish. But I didn't see them. I was like in another zone or something. Like they was there and I was secluded in a bedroom, locked in there and didn't come out at all. At all. So I'm telling her all these things and she was like, I understand. And so I had told her, so her and my supervisor had three-way me and to see what was really going on because she called and told her like, hey, maybe somebody needs to reach out and go over, like help her or whatever because she's talking the way we don't want her to talk. So she called me and she was really calm and they both was. And I said, I have a therapist. And she said, could you call her and just tell her the things you're saying to us? And I asked them like for what? But they was like to see, what, if she could help or something. Maybe give you some medicine or something like that, or see what she says. So I took the advice, and I did. I reached out to my therapist and she called back so quick. And I told her what was going on. And I was crying and I was bawling and it was uncontrollable. She could not, I was unconsolable at that time. Like she couldn't console me, you know, um, at that time. And she knew she couldn't, knowing that our other sessions were so much different. And I said, no, it just hurts so bad. I don't understand. Nobody ever told me pain like this exists. Like I just don't get it. Why nobody never even remotely even tried to explain this to me. But I hadn't been through it. So it wasn't for them to tell me if they know that I didn't feel what they was feeling at that time. So I understood that. So I told her I didn't want to be here anymore. So she said, Sherika, my suggestion and my referral is I would like you to go into the hospital. I didn't argue with her at all. I I was very compliant with that. I was very, like, okay. So they have this. So I called my baby sister, and she came and took me to the hospital. And I'm sitting there talking to the intake person, and she was like, "Sherika, do you really want to do this?" And I told her, "Yeah, I feel like I should." So let me tell you something. When it's such an impact of the state that we've been through, like losing our child or children, that's no joke. Like number one, the mental state is no joke at all. You have to protect that at all costs. That's why it's so good to bring in the self love within yourself and not lose yourself. So I told her, back to what I was saying. I told her yes. So I got admitted into the hospital, and this is my truth. And I'm not, and I must say, because some people be like, "Oh, she crazy," y'all know and I'm not. I was uncontrollably hurt. Didn't know where that pain went, where that pain came from. Like, and nobody could stop it. So what's the difference than crazy than you is emotionally broken over something so traumatic, like losing a child or children. So no, I'm not crazy. But I did go to the hospital. I was there for 2 weeks, and I was very compliant with everything that they asked of me. Um, and everybody was so intrigued to hear my my truth. Some people say it's a story, but I call this is my truth. And I shared it with quite a bit of people. Some people had great sympathy and empathy for me, and I appreciate them. And everyone they kept asking me what was I doing now that I didn't think I belonged there, that they didn't think I needed to be there. But they didn't know what was going on in the inside of me on the mental aspect. That pain hurted. That's a wound that would never ever heal at all. I just put a bandage. I just patch it up every day and keep on going because that's what I had to learn to do. I was in the hospital for like 2 weeks. Then I got out and I had to look at my children. And that was really, really important because I had to love myself, and I also had to do had to fight for mentally fight for my children. I had to fight myself, to be here with my children. It wasn't yeah, it was pretty hard. It was hard, but we got through it, and that's what I'm saying to you guys. Even if it starts affecting your mental health, and some of you go to a dark place, you feel you going to a dark place. This channel is available for you. I'm available for you, and talk to someone. because I don't want any of you guys to go through that dark place. I don't wish it on my worst enemy. I'm telling you, that's a hard pill to swallow, losing a child and losing children. And that's why I want to be the voice for all those mothers and fathers, guardians, adopted mothers and fathers who have truth to tell, have a story to tell, which is your truth. And you don't know where to possibly go, and you need somebody to understand. Welcome to the family. That's what I'm saying to you. Welcome to the family. The Pink and Purple Lotus Enlightening family. Come on. Because I'm having all open eyes. I mean, arms and eyes too. Um, and I'm here to embrace. So I hope you enjoyed listening to my truth. Because I'm not ashamed of anything that I've went through. I'm here to tell my story to give you guys a voice because some people don't have a voice. So that's what I'm here for. Let's talk truth. If anyone you guys would like to schedule, an appointment with me, which just to let you know, yeah, people is yeah calling and you know, Jericho, your channel is great and I appreciate that and I appreciate them because it's touching people. I want my message to be like, oh, I understand. Oh, I know how they feel. That's what I want us to be. So you guys have a wonderful day and love and light empowerment, self love. Remember that.